steps how to take a water pump off from a 95 Ranger 2.3 liter. First, remove your water hose from the top. You remove it from the top over here, which is the pipe for the thermostat. You take the hose off, you take a clamp that is right here. It goes right there like that. You take these clamps off, these beautiful clamps, everybody loves them. You take them off, and then you take your hose off, and then you take your fan and your shroud off. It's 2 bolts right here for the shroud, and it's 4 bolts over here for your fan belt. The 10 millimeter, you take them off, and then once you release them, I use a screwdriver to pry one side and then use a wrench on the other side to take the bolts off. Once you take that off, you remove the shroud and the belt at the same time and just put it on the side. And I always leave my belt on so it keeps the tension on my pulley so I can remove my bolts. Once you release the bolts and take them off completely, you put your 3/8 ratchet. You can use an extension if you want to. I didn't. But you put your pressure right there. See, it slides right in. You push it down. And then, I don't know if you can see it. I don't got too many hands, you know. But this is how I do it. I push this down. See how my ratchet is moving, and I just move it right here. Right there. See how easy? So you don't get your fingers. You release the pressure easy. Don't let it go so fast or slip, because it will hurt you down range when it comes back to you. Anyway, that's how I do the belt and remove all the stuff. Once you get the belt off, this pulley just slides off. Just take that off, and then it's 2 bolts under the alternator, the 8 millimeter. You take those bolts off so you can take your water pump. If you don't take those bolts off, so you don't take, if you don't take those bolts off, you have a pipe that goes to the bottom of the radiator. Is inside in this pipe that is right here, which I already changed, but I'm just trying to help out a little bit somewhere. That pipe, it bonds right in. It slides inside in there. It has a gasket, and when you buy a new water pump, it comes with a new O-ring. It goes on that pipe, and you have to make sure you put a new one. Once you get that done, you take 2 and 3 bolts. I don't know if you can see it. There's one right there, one right there. They're 10 millimeters, and one straight on the bottom. You take that off, and since you pull the 2 bolts over here, you got to take them off completely. So that pipe, it goes out of the water pump from here. It goes off. It's not hard, and well, this one, it wasn't that hard. It was easy. And then once you take it off, you just take your 3 bolts on the water pump, and it just slides off. Just wiggle around, it comes off. You take it off completely and clean the surface of the where it's going, where it was the old water pump. Clean it all good. It has a O-ring that goes right here. It comes with a new pump. That right there, that's a O-ring. You put it all back on, clean all this mess off. That is on the engine. Clean it all good, because the engine, it was just the same like here, and I cleaned all that up so I don't have no leaks. And then once you put the seal on, you put your water pump back in the hole, and then you just put it on and you do the same thing. You put your pipe from the bottom, but first of all you have to start these bolts, the 3 of them. You start them and push them, put them in, don't tighten them, and then you put this bottom hose and put it in the hole in here and start wiggling it. Put your bolts on the bottom and make sure that it's going in there in the hole in here, because if it's twisted, it's not going inside. And you see when it goes inside, it just start hitting flat in here in the little plate. And you tighten them up, the bottom ones over here first, completely, get it tight. And then once you fill these in, you start your bolts and start tying them down on the water pump. You do that, you tighten them up, and then you once you tighten it, you put pull it back. And this is how I do it. I put to put it back, I put 2 bolts, one from one side and one on the other. See, it's going in easy. They're going in easy. It's raining. See, they're going easy. And then I put my belt back on, so it stays and it's not going to be moving around. And then you can find the holes in the water pump. So see, they're coming right off. And then it's ready. You just put your shroud and fan belt in and start lining up the bolts in, and that's all you got to do. You got to put your top hose and fill it out with antifreeze, and you're good to go. I mean, that's how I do it. I mean, these people out there, they do it different ways. I mean, and I respect that. But that is how is my way, and you learn down the road different ways, and I hope this help somebody out there. But remember, the bolts are 10 millimeters, pretty much all of them, for taking the water pump, except the ones on the bottom, they're 8s. On the bottom of the alternator, that's holding that pipe that I told you, the bounce in here. Other than that, it's easy. I mean, I was thinking it's gonna be hard, because when you don't know them, it's hard. But now it ain't bad. You just gotta figure out, make sure you clean your pieces, your parts good, so you don't get dirt in it. And good luck out there. I hope this helped you. Have a good one.